everybody, I am Vince. Welcome back to another video, or depending on how I place this video, it may be the same one still. But I'm just putting this up just because I'm so used to it, so it will depend. Alright, in this one we'll be coloring those add-ons we made. If you've been following me up for this, I have sketched, lined, and now we color them. I will be using a tablet with these. There is possible without a tablet. I have some up here that I have made without a tablet. This one's not as so furry, but this is pretty simple stuff without a tablet. This was a wall without a tablet. It took me forever. It's just kind of the same as like doing hair. It's just a lot of strokes and keeping curves. This one was also a tablet. I had a friend line all this for me, so like the outline, so I could color it. All done with a tablet. I mean, without a tablet, and so it's gonna take a bit. It's just like with hair, that it's just gonna take just one of those things that's gonna take a little while. So I'm not going to do a video every time I do something with a tablet. I have one without a tablet. I know a lot of people will appreciate that, but I'm not going to. I'm sorry if I kind of like, takes a lot more time, and I don't always have the time, but like if you need extra things or extra pointers or advice for that kind of thing, you're always more than welcome to like ask me. So don't be afraid of that or anything else. Alright, now let's get started. I'm gonna kind of color them the same way they have here. So I'm just gonna color drop these, pick whatever you would like to do with them. Alright. I personally have read my train of thought. I have no idea what we're gonna say. And that's terrible. My bad. I kinda just woke up from a nap. I had a really bad headache and I get really bad migraines. People who know me would know I do get really bad migraines and everything else. But so my head just a little fuzzy and drugged up from the migraine medicine I took. But I figured I would at least get this done, and hopefully I'll get the placement done right after this one. So I have, you know, it's all done, and I can get it up for you guys if you guys can watch it and everything else, because this will be the last one that got void for, and now I'll put more stuff up. Alright, so what I would do is I would get the first layer down. And I kind of use the same thing. I mean, it's multi-layer for dark, screen for light, luminosity for super light. Which I don't really use luminosity for like add-ons for like fur and ears. And I got a few people ask me why some people know about the video. And people ask me why I'm only doing ears or like ear placement instead of like other add-on placement. Ears and tail add-ons are the most requested add-ons I get, and because I do request things, this is what comes out of it, a lot more than anything else. So, and everybody kind of had issues on where like they go and everything else, so that's why I picked these. I guess there's like 10 other things that I could have picked for it, but I didn't. But yeah. But if you need help with another add-on, any different type, you can let me know and I can try to help you or give you advice and everything else. That's not going to be a problem either. Alright, so how I do these is that I just took my multi-layer and did a dark outline of it. I'm trying to, all my brushes are like kind of small because I was working on a different side of canvas. Then I blur them in. And of course, if you've been watching, I like to blur my things. I don't like harsh edges. You could use like kind of these two different colors look like they're kind of like, shaded, like her face and everything. So you could use wait, hold on. You could use like cell shading is what it's called. It's like, hard lines and everything else. That's okay. I don't really go in that, so I can't really help you in that. So I mean, but it's honestly, if I were to do it, and this is going to be horrible, but I probably would just do like the bottom where the hair is, and then maybe do some like this, and then I would erase all this area and just kind of maybe have some like that. I don't really do cell shading, so I don't really know. And they have like maybe light parts. Some people don't add the light parts. Like she only had the darkness in it, and that works. I don't know. I'm not good with those kind of things. But anyways, back to my stuff. I use a fur brush, and that I have made, me personally. I don't like giving it out, but because I am making it with a video, I could give you guys what it looks like and everything, but it's pretty much what I have it as is, you can tell by what it is with the whatever, you can tell that's the brush, and then I just have the density, or not density, my bad, the texture, the first texture pack right here. You can change these, by the way, guys, and it will add different textures to your stuff. One's a more like heart and like chia print and like that kind of thing, and the other is more like patterns and everything else. So like point of the brush, you can play around with these. I have it on this one, the M1, and everything else, and then I have it like halfway, and then like you can do blending and everything else. It only works if you have a tablet. If you don't have a tablet, then there's like, it's not going to give you that pressure you need. Like that blending not going to really work that great because you don't have that pressure. But, so I'm just keeping that in mind. You guys can look over here. You guys copy this. How you make a new brush is you go down to one of these open gray squares, right click, and it won't pop up the meshes or anything else. But you could, sorry, my son woke up and he's probably gonna get out of bed now. You could, you click there's a whole bunch of options that will come up. Brush, watercolor, and everything else, marker. You click the brush, and then you change the setting to it. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that, my son woke up, he's still up, it's only been like a few minutes since then, but I'm gonna try to finish this up, so if we won't, hopefully won't get too distracting in the background. I do have Ice Age playing, so if you hear something in the background, that will be that. I do apologize, but it's just one of the things how I be a mom. So, alright, so after I do a base layer, how would I do it? Oh, yeah. After I do a base layer of like the darker shading, kind of like I do hair, I turn around and take my fur brush and go over it to do the lines, and then I'll do the screen layer scene. I don't know why I want to say scene all the time. Screen layer, and I'll do the same thing, but only with the lightness. And we'll smudge it. Smudging. You kind of notice that I kind of put the lightness where I didn't put the darkness before. So, I mean, that's pretty much, how it goes. And then I do the same thing. And I kind of when I do hair, I do go for a smaller brush and just go right down the line. Just to add texture. And I kind of do in the darker, a little bit in the dark. And also in the light. So some colors you don't always see that, but it just kind of adds. Alright, and that will be that. And then I turn around and add the fluffiness. And I'm going to do that one blue. See, and I did do the ears blue. Because I usually don't part my stuff that way. If I would probably line where I wanted to have the blue and everything. If you wanted to do the blue, something like that, I will probably draw it from here to about here. And like have it like that. And then color that in and everything else. So, that would be me. but we're not gonna do that because that's extra work for me, and I don't like extra work. I'm kind of lazy, so sorry everybody for like you notice that I'm a real lazy person and everything. How I do the fluff is I take my fur brush, which is very nice. Some people also use this type of fur brush for like grass because you know it gives you that extra stuff. So the one of those things where you know play with your tool, just play with what you're given, as I did at my drawing tip walkthrough type of deal, talking video. And now what I would do, go over this, erase all these. Alright, and I do this above the lines, just so, because this area goes above them and everything, so, just so you know, that's what I did. And I just noticed that, you know, I didn't erase the pink very well. Oh! I usually work with something behind, because I honestly hate not having a background. Yeah, I see those stuff a lot more if I have something behind it, so just white. That's just how I do things. Alright, and because I'm going to... Now, some people... I just noticed that there are some pink up there. I won't be using these, so I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but... Alright, so because of those... I'll go put this under the picture. Because I did have that blue, I'll probably do like the outline blue to make it look a little bit like you could probably do a darker pink. You could probably do like a darker purple. It's kind of whatever you want. You could take this very bright dark purple, dark pink over here and do it that way too. I would probably just do blue just because it would show it would be more vibrant and it would be different and everything else. So that will be one. And now I'm going to kind of just do this one really fast. I guess I'll do orange, but I don't really want to do orange. But I'll probably do the orange I already have up here and everything. So, forgive me. Alright. I don't know if I should pause it and speed this part up or not. But I'll just do it. I'll just do it, and it will be fine. So, but I apologize that, you know, um, sometimes my son wakes up and everything else. It's kind of like I went down for a nap and he went down for a nap, and you know what time he went down, but I think he might fall back to sleep. He usually kind of wakes up and then go back to sleep and everything. So I'm kind of hoping he'll go back to sleep so I can get the other half of this video done, and then I can upload it, and then you know all that jazz too. I'm at my desk, so sometimes he likes to come over and bother me. Or not really bother. I hate saying bother with other people because they're like, oh, your son's bothering you. But now because of this orange, it's like the first orange is kind of light, and so it would make a good shading. But as like with hair, I also do a darker color to like do a more vibrant, darker light and everything. You could also probably get away with like a custom red too, if you honestly want to do that road. Probably gonna do a red one. And it's like all about the flow and everything. Oops. And then I'll go back to the lighter layer, like the lighter color when I do the obvious light. See, that's kind of like how it comes all together, because it will show the light and the darkness together. Alright, and hold down. That will delete that, and then I'll do, oops, we got the same there. For the fluff, I'll probably just do white, just because it works. And sometimes I also go in and like with the pen tool, I'll also gotta go add a little bit more finer line to it if I honestly wanted to. I don't always do that, but I mean, it just kind of depends on if, like, I don't think it works. I don't know. I mean, I do it off and on. I don't really know a distinct way. Alright, and then I'll probably do the brighter orange for it to make it pop. And that will be those two. And now we'll work on the one that I am originally going to do. I have my colors up here for this. I'm going to be playing around with this, so, because I actually don't know what I kind of want and what I kind of don't want. So, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. Yeah, you'll probably hear him in the background. He'll talk. He'll talk. Oh. I mean, I haven't really got any complaints about, like, you guys haven't really told me that, you know, I have, like, I shouldn't do videos or whatever because he talks in the background, but, which is nice because, you know, I don't really get, sometimes it just kind of happens that he's upset or whatever. Alright. What I kind of want to do is, I want to make like a bubble effect. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do for this yet, but I guess we'll find out. So I'll go purple or blue first. I'll go purple. More. I have like a thing on my on my tablet that would tell me if I wanted to, you know, if I can change like my brush sizes and everything, I could do it that way. But sometimes I just forget that I actually have that type of tool. I know I'm being quiet because I was like thinking of what I should do with the baby. That way. Alright. And then I'll take some. I honestly don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of like just kind of enjoying life right now, and um, terrible, terrible. I am a terrible talking person right now. Oh, oh no, I want this one. Actually. Alright, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I just like got this idea when I was doing an add-on for somebody else, and I was like, this is really cool. I'm gonna do this for like this like bubbly effect for something else, and yeah, so I wanted to do it for somebody else. And I decided to do it for my alien ears, that this new OC I'm making and everything. Oh, I'll just change that. I'm not gonna worry too much about the star stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna recolor over that anyways. Alright, and then we'll do some shading for those. I have my son in the background, right behind me. He's just being silly. He's just being silly. Nice thing about shading that I'll probably do, um, is that, you know, you can do it for have one color of shading, and sometimes, especially with like the colors that mix well, like blue and purple, or like you could do blue for one shading, and then like dark blue for, or I have purple right now, purple for the one side of it, and then you can have like the blue for like the lightness of it and everything. And I'll probably just do both, just because um, I have another idea I want to do. I want to add more bubbles. More bubbles. I think I like too much dirt. Then I'm gonna add, let's see. Alright, and then that one for that one. And now I'll do the stars. Because, ooh, doesn't like stars. And I'm not really talking much for this part. And you probably hear the movie a lot clearer because I'm not talking. But I don't really know what to say, and I'm more focused and trying to get it done and everything. Um, which I probably should and everything else, but I apologize. I hope it doesn't bother anybody, but yeah. Oh, probably for the places video, I don't have my character lined and ready to go for me to actually place these add-ons to the picture, but I'm still gonna use these add-ons for it. I just won't have it on the actual picture. And you guys will see it in another video, which I would do as like a speed color for everybody. So I'm gonna try to record the whole thing and from start to finish, hopefully be able to, you know, actually see it through and you guys can see what I can do and everything. Other than like lining, because I really don't like recording when I line, because I kind of, that's the type of thing I like. I'm kind of slow on, and I like to do it my own pace when the coloring is like, I think 10 times faster. I think the coloring is nicer to watch than watching something in line. Because you already know what it's going to look like. But when you see a blank canvas, like a line art and everything else, and you see it that way, you'll know. Like, you know what it's going to look like. And it's like, it's kind of cool to see like the color being added and seeing the textures and everything else rather than like the lines and everything. But so that'll be that. I have a, like a simple thing. I just found a simple picture on Google that I'll use for the, like the placement and everything. It has three views, the front view, side view, which is a 3/4 view, and then it had a like side view, like a straight on side view, and then it had the 3/4 view, which is like half of the face is there but half not and everything. And then it had the uh like front view, and those are like the most common of like the views. I mean, it's probably gonna be one of those three all the time. I mean, I don't really see it being another. I feel like it's most pictures it's going to be one of those three. Like one of those could probably get labeled. Otherwise, it's always like in between type of deal, and like that's okay too and everything else. Don't click those, baby. Try to click my buttons on my tablet, and if you do so, some of them change my pen, some of them don't. We're gonna get you off my deck. Now he's not gonna be happy. But I pretty much finished here. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry, guys. He's like not hurt. He just gets mad when I don't let him have my be on my desk and everything else. But this is what I have for them then. For the lines, I'm not sure if what I want to do for them. I think I have one for the stars, so I'll just change those for that. And then, well, technically, I don't know. There's actually a button, or oops, that's not one way. What? This go away. If you are on your vector layer or line work layer, there's actually a button called colors. If you want to do, I do always do black lines. If you want to, instead of doing it a new layer and doing clicking group, you take color and you click on it, and it will do one stroke. So whatever from start to finish of like where you started, it would do that. So like with this one, I'm not sure which one. I think I'll just do purple. It would do like this side and then like that. And because these are down here, I have to do it different. So I mean, like So that's kind of nice instead of doing it the other way around. I just kind of do it both ways. It doesn't really bother me. But, alright, that'll be it for this video, or this session part, or whatever. This itself is already 22 minutes of this, with me stopping. So, I may do two different parts. I may do this one with the placing part, and then do the first two videos together. But I'll talk to you guys later, and hopefully I get to finish the next part that's coming up. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm gonna probably do this wrong, so this is probably the second half of the video. You guys will notice it, but yeah. But this part is gonna be the last part. It's going to be the placement video, and because I don't have my actual picture ready and all that jazz, you will see I have like 3 different heads. As I mentioned in the other video, I had, a side view, a 3/4 view, a front, and everything. These are the most common ones. I just got this off of dragoart.com, Google and everything. I draw these. But, alright, so a good thing to start off with is determine what kind of head you have. Obviously, when you're working on original, or even if you're just drawing. Me personally, when I'm making add-ons and they're for myself, I personally like to draw them in each and every time. Unless if I'm feeling lazy, I may have an extra set that's already. But this will be for people who may not have that, may not can't draw those in, or have a already preset made for them and they try to figure it out. How I determine where they kind of go, it also depends on, but the sun is still up, so you can't hear him. Sorry about that. But it's always you have to think, they're not going to go, especially for this one, they're not going to go way up here, obviously, because that's not where the ears, they'll be way too far back and everything else. It looks really weird. You want to have, for the side view, it kind of where from the tip of the eye to if you kind of determine an angle of the eye, that's kind of where you want the ear. I'm drawing on the actual picture, and that's like one. So if you picture that and you kind of draw points, you kind of want the ear right here. And you can draw an ear on the other side if you want it up like that or something, but I think if you have one tilting back, like I usually have one tilting back, having one up made it look weird. You could probably have one over here more that way to have it both popped up. But I probably wouldn't do a side view. I'll probably only do one ear. That's just me personally. You don't have to. For the 3/4 view, you'll have, if you have your ears, you have to picture that, the ears are coming out of your head. So obviously they're not going to be right above. People kind of draw them or kind of place them right above the hair, and it's oh, there you go. And they wonder why it looks weird. It looks weird because you're not putting them through the hair. You're putting them on top of the hair as if they're coming out of the hair. You gotta picture that they're coming through your hair, over the hair, and up. So they're attached to your head. So for the 3/4 view and everything, it will probably be kind of picture the same thing, and you kind of draw up a, maybe not up that high, but maybe up to there. This is just where the most end where they will be attached, if that makes sense. So some people probably do it here. As for the one over here, you'll probably erase half of the ear, because half of the ear won't be showing. Well, this one, a full of the ear would be showing on this side. So I'll be also placing add-ons too in a bit. I'm just kind of doing a demonstration on where they could be where they could be placed and everything. So, and like the easiest way, if you don't want to like oh I can't draw them perfect, use your copy and paste. It comes in handy. It's a nice thing, and so that way you don't have to worry about redrawing them or anything else. And it will pretty much be the same exact thing, and all you have to do is erase the edge, and there you go. So, and then the front view is pretty simple. It's pretty much, I would always do mine right above the eye. And I always do mine at the angle. Some people do them straight up. Some people do them more like, down, depending on what kind of ears you have. I always kind of do mine at the angle. They're not going to be always the same. So, and I usually kind of do it above the eye. But see, like, above the eye and everything else right here, that's like when you draw your hair in, or if you have hair. I mean, I'm picturing the hair is probably going to be like this. And so, when you draw the hair, you can do it right here and take off some of this ear and everything, and then it will look like it's coming out of the hair and everything else. Alright, now we're actually placing the eye on. So, if you've been watching, that's my other one. As you've been watching, that, I added a tail to it. I made my own tail because this is going to be an actual character for me. You take it, copy, paste it. If you don't see it, I paste it. You can see it, like there's a layer that popped up right here. If you don't see it, Control T, zoom out. Obviously, this is a lot bigger than the picture itself, so you just want to reshape it. It's always better to make it too big than make it and like resize it to smaller than make it too small and then try to resize it to be bigger, because that's how things get blurred and everything else. I'm actually gonna okay that there, and then I'm gonna erase that part. Alright. And because these are all kind of the same size head, I'm just gonna, keep it the same size. Alright. So, roughly about where I placed that shape in. I don't know if I really like them that big though. I like big ears, but I don't like them all the time. Some people will place them back like this, and some people may flip it, and that's like a really bad flip. Some people may, flip it around, have it pretty much facing, see if I can get it right. No, that's not gonna work. Some people may have them facing like this way, forward, which, I mean, it kind of goes either way. It kind of up to you. Some people prefer them have facing backwards. Some people prefer them facing forward. For a side view, the forward position might be it might look a little bit better than like the, whatever. And having them instead of like an angle like how I draw them, maybe having them more facing upwards, depending on the mood. I mean, it kind of depends on what the character mood is. If they're sad, they're usually more down. If they're angry, they're usually one way. I think like happy or calm, they're usually like forward or, to the side. But yeah, that would be that. I'll place that one right there. And on to the next one. And what I would do if this was like had hair on it, what I would do is try to think, draw a hairstyle. Yeah. Awesome. It looks so cool. Yeah. Okay. If hair was on here, I would probably take half of this and then erase this part of the ear and have it sticking out of the hair. And that would probably draw, if you have a hair, like, if you have a tablet, it would be, drawn, you could draw like little hairs that are coming up and everything else too. But that would be me. And this is like, for this aspect too, for placing these, I'm not using my tablet. It's pretty much just copy paste and moving them how you want them to be moved and everything else. So then for this half, you could kind of turn it and everything. And for this ear, because it's also this 3/4 view, I would like lower the opacity and then erase this part onto it. And of course, if you have like hair drawing there, it will be, the hair will be over it and everything. I don't know. I can't think of like a hairstyle. So it'll be like over it behind the ear, and then for this half, it will also you draw that line where you erase this bottom part, and draw hair over it. All right, and then taking it, move. Now, like as I said while I was making these like add-ons, I always do 3/4 view of when I do add-ons. That's just me personally. I don't know, like, I just find that they work the best because I feel like either way, maybe not the side view, maybe like I'm that might have to be redrawn, but I still think that looks okay. I think like with the three voice, there's definitely I see a lot of pictures that has like a pretty side view like that one, but like mostly front and 3/4 view. I feel like the 3/4 add-on that way, like ear, looks good for that being there and everything. So, that's just me personally. I'm gonna run it. It's gonna go halfway off, and then that's okay. Just try. It's always good to try to like line them up, try making them level, especially when it's like straight on, because most people can tell when they're off. This one, like the 3/4 view, won't be so bad because there's turning and everything. But yeah, so I mean, like for same thing like the other one, if this had hair, where I would probably draw. You don't want to do it all the way where the edge of the head would be, because that seems like they coming behind the head. You want to have that variation of like in the middle. Like probably the corner of the eyes will probably be good, where you can draw that line and erase that part. Same for over here, draw that line and erase that part. And like, if they're not completely even, like you can make them a little bit more even. It just kind of depends on like the hair throw, or I think they will look fine either way. But that would be kind of how I would do add-ons. And so let me do that. So for the first one, it would be over here. I'm gonna erase all. For the side view, it would be more up. That's just me, depending on what your moods and everything else. Um, of the picture, like I said. Second would be, having it like this. And third would be, like forward would be like this. I got cut off on the top there, but it's not a big deal. So it kind of depends on how big you want. It kind of depends on wherever. Me personally, if you're into any right now and you want to draw, I would probably take up the challenge of drawing them on each and every time, depending on how detailed they are. With these type of ears that I have now, I mean, I don't know if I really want to draw them each and every time. Not that they're hard, but it kind of would get tedious after a while, so it might just be a little bit easier to do them separate and everything else. But I would say probably practice your drawing, and you can get better at everything else, and you can understand how ears go. But that will be it for my ear placement, add-on placement. If you have questions about other add-ons like jewelry, collars, stuff like that, please ask me. I just did ears because they were the easiest. I did add the tail because the tail usually, you put it behind everything and there you go. I mean, it's a pretty basic, simple add-on to do that one for. Um, I hope this helps you. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Don't be hesitant to ask. I hope the TV wasn't a problem too much, and I hope my son wasn't a big deal in the background. Keep in mind, I am a mom, and I am not ashamed to be a mom. So, I mean, I just think if I have a kid, this is how it is. I mean, sometimes you just gotta deal. I'm not professional. I'm just trying to help out, so it's okay. But I hope this helps everybody. I hope these stars have a really nice day. If you're not having a nice day, just remember that, you can't shine without that darkness behind you. Just keep on being you, and I hope everything works out. And yeah, see you on Facebook, see you on MO, see you elsewhere. See you in this